about old paradigm breaking. You know, the old school philosophies that our parents raised us on, my parents raised me on, and that probably had a lot to do with my Army. And so I was forced to learn what's going on today. Now, the best thing about today is we have all this technology. We have some high-speed cameras, 3D motion capture, where we can really break down the pitch and delivery. And then when we did that, it all started to open up to us. We started to see, oh my God, the things we weren't catching with the human eye that we thought were happening weren't happening. It's like when you see a car going down the street and the hubcaps look like they're going backwards and the car's going forward. Same things with the glove. A lot of guys, or a lot of your parents or the old school philosophies where you pull the glove to your chest. When we slowed it down on high-speed film, we saw that you were just slamming into your glove. Your momentum, your chest was hitting your glove, and you weren't even pulling it in. Or not you, but these major league pitchers that they're 90 plus miles an hour. So what are some of the so we can all participate here? What are some of the old school things that you heard? Like bend your back. You ever heard that when you were a kid? Bend your back, bend your back. What does that mean, right? Anything else?
Follow through.
Follow through.
What is it?
The T. The T.
Does
anyone know what this means? We're all mimics, literally. We don't know what we're doing. We're just mimicking what people are telling us to do, right? We watched our fathers do it. We're all fathers probably out here, or some of us. You're incredibly influential, not only to your kids, but to their kids' friends as well. They're watching you. They're mimicking you. So, when you tell your kid to get into the T, bend your back, what's the physics of this? Does it make any sense? I call it AcePitcher.com. I don't know if you didn't register there. Well, we're just basically dumping all of our pitching education. And pretty much we put together our philosophy. It's how to throw harder, more effective pitches with less effort and injury-free. So how do we throw hard? What are the physics and the understanding of throwing hard? I like to use Newton, who basically defined it 300 years ago. Force, it's the force applied to the ball, right? That moves the ball. So how do we apply the force efficiently and effectively? So it's momentum. So all these pitchers that we've seen in the major leagues, they, everyone has very unorthodox in these wild mechanics, but they're all doing their best to try to generate momentum. What is Nolan Ryan known for to generate momentum? What does he do?
Kick legs.
Kick leg.
Right.
Kick leg and use legs, right? Right. That's a perfect example. How many of you guys think? I want to make sure this is where it's easy. Because most of you are position players. I think we got a key towards position players. If they figure it out, then they make it. So kick the leg high, right? Okay. Basically, so it gives me a lot of weight. And then what do we do? Push off. Push off. That's a great. So we push off. Now, should we go down and push, or should we stay tall and push? Or does it matter?
Stay tall.
Stay tall and down. Okay. Now that's what everybody does this. So if I lift my leg and I kind of push, the problem with that is watch my shoulders. What do? They open. So the question is, so when you're playing shortstop or third base or catcher, and you field the ball, and your feet are going one way, and your shoulders are going another way. Now you've created torque or separation. So now really throwing is not just the legs, throwing is on the shoulders. You create the stride or whatever, but it's all, if you can hold your shoulders back as long as possible before they snap, that provides.
I break it down in three components, and what we're trying to do is generate momentum and control that momentum. And then through controlling the momentum, we have to stop the momentum to change that into the velocity of the ball. So the three components would be the front leg, starting the momentum off the mound. Then the second component is the triple extension. Triple extension is extension of your ankle joint, your knee joint, and your hip joint. Every sport we play, we triple extend. And when we train, anytime you're lifting in the weight room, you should triple. You're training triple extension. That's your push. So that's your second component. So the front leg is the momentum. The second component is the triple extension. It's the extension of the back leg, which is pushing the hip forward.
Now, can that be done down, or can it be done high?
You're right. There's two ways to do it. It doesn't really matter.
That's why you see Seaver used to get dirty, and you see other guys get tall. There's no right way.
But the key to that component is the separation. As the momentum in the front leg is going, the back leg's triple extending. The shoulders must stay where they were to separate.
Does this. Okay, what's holding the shoulders back is this core.
And again, that's why we just described you momentum, and the triple extension was to get the arm back. was to build the coil, the pressure here, because your hips are now committed, but your shoulders are back. So now when we turn the chest out, we have pressure applied to the arm, which gives us full range of motion.
And that's why the T position, or wherever, you get here and you actually can resist a little bit, and then when your shoulders hammer, well, now you get the T position puts you in the catapult, somewhat of a position. So do you just teach guys get here? It's hard. I mean, even Brent, when I met him, he was here, he was here. His shoulder had the leak, so that wasn't really. So now you watch Maddox. Maddox is like this. His elbow's like underneath this rib cage, falls here, and when his shoulders turn, he's in that same position.
So we really don't. I mean, it's momentum to get your arm back, because Nolan Ryan has 180 degrees range of motion.
Look at this
180
chest.
degrees right there. Now that's why he throws 98 miles an hour.
Do that again. I'm gonna, just so you guys get an understanding. If you're going down a slope, which we can get there. So you heard stay back? Well, now when you stay back, maybe you got a chance to get there. And with the slope, you know how hard that is? It's brutal. This is brutal right here. You got to. That's why you see guys bend their back knee a little bit. So now I'm kind of in that position. So now I can get to that position here. See how my hips are open? Where's my shoulders pointing? They're still back. Now I can square up.
Now where we're leaving you right now is we're at this position. We're here, so we've got the force applied. Now what do we do? This is very key here. We've hit the wall. We've stopped. If we just keep caving in through the wall, what happens? But we lose all of our velocity.
Right. The chest squares up, and now what's left?
Now we've hit the wall. So like I said, we have to stabilize. We can't move this, and this. If we do, we're going to just start losing velocity. So everything has to stabilize. Boom, boom, boom. And then we let it go. Nolan Ryan said at this point, he just let it ride. He said he would just feel the ball right out of his hand.
And look, it was right, and now bend your back. And that's where the bending the back comes.
And how you bend your back is your front leg. You push back this hip. And what happens is, look, if I keep it here and try to bend my back, but if I extend this back, it's a lot easier for me to bend my back, and it also gives me more force into my hips, which in return will add a finish to the ball.
Right, and then you have to move it down. Now you have the downward leg.